Hey, I'm Ronnie. Let's look at this house. Today we're going to be looking at a lake house on Lake Murray in Lexington, South Carolina. I am on Yachting Road. Yachting Road is known to be a very quiet street. You have larger houses on bigger lots. This is honestly ideal, prime Lexington, and it's an ideal location to be on Lake Murray. Extremely, extremely desirable. You can see you have the lake on that side of the road. But then over on this side where the house is, obviously the lake is on that side as well. I'm going to take you through the house, but first I'm going to show you the property, and I'm going to be quiet for a second just so you can see exactly how quiet this street is. Pretty much just hear the birds. So let's take a look at this house. This house is a little over 3,100 square feet. It's 4 bedrooms. It's 3.5 bathrooms. Now, the thing about this house is the view. It's incredible. When you go through, you'll see it with me on camera. All the rooms have wonderful big views of the lake. I really like the way this house is laid out. The lot is a really generous size as well. I'm going to take you through the home, but I'm also going to walk you along the property. I'm going to show you Lake Murray, and I'm going to show you the dock, give you some tidbits of information about the lake. And then when I'm done out at the dock, we'll go into the house again to do a full interior showing of the house. I'm going to walk through this house just like you're with me in person, and I'm just showing you a house like I would if you were a client of mine. So I, for starters, really love the color of these floors. But as we walk in, what's the first thing you notice? Those windows. I mean, it really is. It's a little gloomy today, but the view is exquisite from this room. I love this high ceiling right here. And then this is a sunken living area, so you gotta watch these steps. No walking in here late at night with the lights off. You gotta be careful. The primary is right off of this living area, and then again, you can see how the windows just really display the lake. You have your own access outside with this door here, but let's go outside and let's go look at the lake and the dock and the property, and then we'll come back inside. Something really impressive about this house, not only the windows, but look at this back deck. This wraps around the house, and I will show you, but let's just take a look at this and listen to how quiet it is. It's extremely, extremely peaceful. So this deck wraps around the side. There's another entrance to the living area right there. And then coming back around this way, here's that door that goes into the primary bedroom. They have a hammock here. And then wrapping around is the door that goes to the dining area and the kitchen. Obviously, there's a way to get down to the lake from that side. Opposite side, there's another way to get down. I look for things like this. You got some storage here for all your lake toys. There is plenty of room for entertaining and just relaxing on this deck. When was the last time you saw a sunken deck area like this with a hot tub? This might be a first for me. I don't know if I've ever really seen that setup before, but I like this room. This area, I should say. It's kind of like an octagon feeling. Again, this is just completely spacious, completely screened in. You could have a lot of fun out here. And then this, of course, leads out to the backyard. As far as the eye can see is your view back here. I mean, it is just, when you're looking at houses on the lake, obviously every house is different, every property is different. But the golden ticket, if you will, is the view. I mean, that's what it comes down to for me. I like the lake. I like going out on the lake. I enjoy it. But to be able to sit on your back deck or in your backyard or in that hot tub even and just see something like this every day, that's so peaceful. I love it. So when you are looking at lake houses, one thing you want to keep in mind is deep water. What do you mean by that, Ronnie? Well, you have to understand that Lake Murray is controlled by a dam. So the dam obviously gets, the dam will lower the water level of the lake at different times of the year, and then they'll they'll do the opposite. They'll raise the water level of the lake as well. So when you're looking at lake houses, one of the most important things you should ask and figure out if you like a house is it a deep water dock? That way you know you can either keep your boat in the water year round or you can't. Now with a house like this is great because it has a boat lift. So regardless, you have your boat lifted up and you don't have to really worry about your boat sitting at the bottom of the lake when the water's all gone, or I shouldn't say all gone, but you know what I'm trying to say. So a deep water dock is something that you want to keep in mind. Maybe, it's not that big of a deal to you, but it is something you should think about and make sure you know about when you're looking at a lake house. Is it a deep water dock or not? But again, now we're on the Lexington side of the lake. Very, very desirable. It's kind of probably hard to tell in the video, but as you look in the distance, I mean, these are all very large homes in this section of the lake on Lexington, or on Lake Murray, excuse me. So, again, very, very desirable. We are very close to shops, restaurants, hospitals, the schools. This is zoned for Lexington 1 schools. So you have desirable schools, desirable shops, restaurants, all the conveniences you need. The location is just absolutely prime. Remember that when you're looking on the lake, there are obviously different towns around Lake Murray. You have Chapin, you have Irmo, you have Gilbert, and then Lexington, to name a few. They all vary. They all vary in price point for the houses. Lexington, you're going to find the more expensive houses on the lake. That's also true for Chapin. Chapin, you'll find more expensive houses as well. But as we grow, we're seeing areas that might have not been so expensive on the lake before. Those prices are starting to go up. Places like Gilbert. But I say all this because depending on where you're coming from or where you're currently living and what your lifestyle is, put a lot of thought into where you want to live on the lake, because Lexington is different than Chapin, as Irmo is different than those, and so is Gilbert. So whoever you're working with, make sure you have a conversation about what you like to do, the conveniences you like to have around you, the feel of the town, and then apply that to your search when you're looking on the lake. This is a great backyard. I love the slope, right? So you have water just going this way where it should go rather than sitting around the house. So this is a really nice big backyard. You have a lot of lake frontage, beautiful yard, even though the grass is dormant right now, but grass is well maintained. Let me take you up here. You have some palm trees. I love the palm trees. I love the look. Up here, I have to imagine, was probably a fire pit area at some point, or they had their grill or a smoker. So you have a nice little paved patio here. And if you were to put a fire pit and sit up here, what a magnificent view that is. Obviously, an entrance to the deck is right there. That's on the one side, and then this would just take you to the front of the house. So let's go inside. Let's look around this house. It is a contemporary home, and it's got some neat style to it. And let me just show you what a house like this looks like in Lexington on Lake Murray. You can kind of see in some of these videos that I do that some of the other houses that are next door. I mean, there are some really beautiful homes around here. So going back into the deck area. Nice size. Let's go back into this living room. Take a look. So obviously you have a ton of natural light coming through here. High, spacious ceiling. Again, this is a 4-bedroom house. You have 2 bedrooms upstairs. The primary is right there. And then over on this side is an additional bedroom. Fireplace, just soaring ceilings. And let's go over to the primary and show you guys what that looks like. You have 2 closets in here. Good sized room. I have to imagine that you would put the bed on this wall. That way you can wake up every morning and have a view of the lake. You have 2 closets, like I said. We have one here and one over there. I'll open these up so you can take a look. That door will not open, but you have a closet there with some built-ins. And then over here we have more of a walk-in closet right there as well. So walk-in closet. And then the primary bath. Spacious bathroom. 2 sinks. toilet area, and then a nice walk-in shower as well. So, good size, and you come out of the bathroom, and again, beautiful view of the lake. I like the color of these hardwood floors. A little bit different. I think it goes with the home. Across the way, we have an additional bedroom. This is a really good sized bedroom. It has its own bathroom, which is really nice. Shower tub combo, and that is the bathroom. I love these built-ins for the closet. Lots of storage. In fact, when you open up the cabinets, you can see they're the good old wooden shelves, and then you have some really, convenient drawers that pull out here as well. I'll come back and close all this up when we're done with the video. And then you have this part of the closet too, with a hanging bar and plenty of room. Nice kind of built-in closet space. And moving on. Here we are back in the living room. I'll show you this entrance. So we have a wet bar here. You have a desk here as well. What you decide to do, whether you would want to keep something like that or not. I mean, you could really open this up, and even though that's a living room, you can have additional seating up here. Maybe do something different. Maybe put in a new built-in right there. Your kitchen is right here. It's open to the living area. Give you a better look at all this. Gas range, trash compactor. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time. Dishwasher, and then conveniently located off the kitchen is your laundry room. So you have some shelving in here, a little bit of hanging space. I just like that it's off the kitchen, so you can do two birds with one stone. If you're cooking, you can do laundry. Nice big GE built-in refrigerator. That thing's nice and big. So lots of cabinets. Again, I like that it's so open. You have a view of the lake from here, so if you're standing at this counter, there's the lake. And then over here you have a dining area. So that has that additional door right there leading out to the back deck. Lots of natural light here as well. Let me go over here and give you another shot of this. So good size. Up here off of the kitchen area is like a bonus area. This would be a fantastic either home office, a playroom. You could make it a media room if you wanted to. Try to give you a good shot of this. I'll walk around the entire room for you. So what of course is nice is out of these windows, there's the lake again. Beautiful view, lots of natural light, just like the rest of the house. And let's get a good shot of the room. So you could do a lot with this space. Of course, you have the vaulted ceiling. If you wanted to make this an office and you wanted it to be quiet and more private, then an easy fix to that would just be to have somebody put a door right here, block out any noise that you might have. Since we're here, let's go ahead and look at the garage. This is a good sized garage. True 2-car and then some. You have space for storage. They just did the epoxy flooring in here and freshly painted the interior of the garage. So I'll give you a shot of that from over here. Natural light coming in. Good size. And you saw the driveway in the beginning of the video, but I'll go back out there at the end. I mean, you could get lots of cars. I imagine if you buy this house, you're going to have a lot of people that want to visit. So you'll be able to get lots of cars on the driveway, but this is a true 2-car garage as well. Coming back into the house through the dining area, I'll take you upstairs. If you haven't looked and done a lot of research on Lake Murray, let's take a look at the driveway since we were just talking about that. I love a good driveway circle where you can conveniently just come down one way, turn around and go out the other. But as you can tell, you can get plenty of cars on this driveway here. I love the palm trees as well. And showing up to the house, that really sets the tone. Lots of mature trees. You have a magnolia right there. Really pretty landscaping, very private, which I always prefer. So coming back in, let's go upstairs. I love this open staircase. You have 2 bedrooms up here along with a full bath and a loft area, which could obviously be used in a lot of different ways. It's a good size. I like that big fan. They have some workout equipment up here, plenty of space for that kind of stuff. But you can make this, I'd argue, like an office space if you wanted to, a study. You can make it a play area. And then, of course, it overlooks the main living room. And then you have, like I said, 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom up here. So we'll look at the 3rd bedroom. It's got a particular shape to it. Both do, I should say. Obviously, you have a closet here. But yeah, where you would want to put a bed, I could definitely see it on that wall perhaps. Wouldn't want to do that wall because you have the AC vent there. Maybe you could even do the bed on this wall as well. So it's a particular shape, but it definitely is usable space. And then in here, you have an additional closet. Sorry, it's a little tight, but you do have a closet there, and then some storage or attic access in there as well. Now coming across the loft area is the 4th and final bedroom. And like I was saying earlier, this is a particular shape as well. But you can see they put the bed on that wall. You obviously wouldn't want to do that one because there's your air return. And then you have a closet in here with a hanging bar. Love the skylight. This house has a lot of character. This is one of those houses you would want to move into and really put your own touch on it and make it home. The lot is great. The view is beautiful. The lake, your just access to the lake in this house is second to none. So I think, again, when you're looking at houses on the lake, it's really important to factor that kind of stuff in because this is hard to duplicate, right? If you want to live on the lake, like this is the goal, as a property like this, with a view like this, and honestly surrounded by peaceful, just quiet people that take care of their property. Like they're not making more land on the lake. It doesn't exist. That's not going to happen. So look for a property that you absolutely love, because anything you want to do to a house, right, for the most part, can be done. This is great. I love this feature. I love this wraparound deck. I haven't really seen this on any other houses on the lake. And I love this enclosure too. The octagon sitting area with the spa. These are really unique features that I don't know, again, if you can replicate necessarily. Stuff inside the house, if you want to come in here and put your own touch on it, you can. But again, the vaulted ceiling, the natural light, these are things that I'm looking for in a house like this. Want help buying or selling on Lake Murray? Just reach out and we can get started.